Who I am, Dan Dellostritto. Oh, geez, fuck already. God damn. Hey, I'm Dan, Deco Choppers. Welcome to my garage. Dan Dellostritto. I run Deathco Choppers, and you are in my garage in Columbus, Ohio.
I gotta take this, the whole
whole
kit,
thing.
oh, I gotta take the starter out too.
Kit and the caboodle.
Oh man, god damn. Mother. Alright.
You get on the starter, I'll...
God, come on.
What? It's your mic, dude. I'm just here to help out, man.
I just put this thing in.
Deathco Choppers, it's an extension of myself, but it allows me to sneak away from the everyday mundane and come out here and do a little bit of work. I specialize in 1986 to 2003 Sportsters. However, I'm more recently working on Evo Big Twins. Not to say that I don't do older Big Twins, I've done shovel heads as well. I've been building bikes for about 15 years. I'm not new to it by any sense, but this endeavor, this aspect of it all, is within the last 2 years. So my latest build, it's a 1990 Softail. It is an electric start, 5-speed transmission. It is in a Gasbox Evo Big Twin prototype frame. It's running, that's a 3-up stretch in the neck. It's got a 6-over front end. It's got 16-inch rear mag, 19-inch front mag. Wilder factory seat. It's got Lowbrow Customs parts throughout. Zombie Performance tall taco bars, I believe is what they're called. Main drive mid controls. Flame paint job done by Ren Compton. He's a local guy here in town. He does a lot of paint for me. S&S Super Recarb. Ultima 2-inch belt drive. And I've also got a Unity manufacturing rotor on the back there, which are real nice. Well, the frame, obviously, from Lowbrow and Gasbox. You're looking at the oil tank. I mean, any of the mounts are gonna be made by Gasbox. The exhaust, the key, switch, ignition. The nose cone is from Lowbrow. Fender struts. Rear fender, Man Ray fender, which I use on most of my builds. There's actually another one over here with it on there. So I like the little duck flip in the back there. It adds a little bit of panache to it, you know, gives it a little style. I like the tough guy, quote unquote tough guy look of a bike. I like them, you know, tall, skinny, real aggressive bars, handling the mids, high mids. I'm not much of one for like a cruising type of bike. That's not to say that they don't look good or anything like that. I have a particular taste that I like, and it's that Midwest kind of muscle look that I've, you know, ever since the first one I made with Deathco Choppers. They've all kind of been similar, but yet different. They really do, and as I started building this one, as it came together, I was like, man, this is very reminiscent of the first Sportster I did with Deathco Choppers. You know, you've got pretty much all black for the most part. Great tank job, you know, with especially the undercoating of the tank being the matching as the same as the flames there. With the extended front end, the mags, you know, the mids, it just got that solo seat, no frills, you know, all business type of bike. Blacked out, yeah. What do the kids call it? Murdered out? Is that what they... Fuck, I don't know. 44-year-old man, I should not be saying murdered out. I mean, they make it real easy. Listen, I'm gonna be honest, Jesse is phenomenal. Him and the crew that they have over there at Gasbox are fantastic. You know, what they're doing, especially with the Sportster frames, has been incredible for, I think, you know, just the bike building aspect for kids getting into bikes, or even people that have been doing it for a long time. They make it super simple. I mean, listen, we're not reinventing the wheel here or anything like that as far as, you know, building bikes or putting them together, what have you. I mean, for the most part, there's very minimal fab work that needs to be done on any of the frames. they take care of most of all of it for you. And especially nowadays, he's making them where they've got the oil tank already included. You don't have to worry about doing that. So it's kind of, you know, you pick and choose what you want to throw at it and see what sticks. And there's a litany of parts available at Lowbrow that you can do that with. And listen, I've done 30 Sportsters in 2 years, and not one of them is the same. They're all different in one way or another, but all the parts I get at Lowbrow. I mean, that's just my bottom line. The range of parts is phenomenal. Can't be beat. Listen, there's not much challenge-wise as far as fitment goes. It's just a matter of, you know, finding what you like and then obviously making some necessary adjustments. This bike has Sportster parts on it, so that's the beauty about that frame. I mean, it's the fender strut mount is, I mean, I've used it on 10 different Sportsters. I threw it on there, it works out just perfectly fine. Same thing with everything else. It's just, plug and play is a good word for it. They've done a great job. That way you can utilize and mix and match from Evo, you know, Big Twin to Sportsters and everything in between there. There is nothing, you know, that I had to do outside a norm of any other build that I've done as far as, you know, having to shim for the transmission or even the motor or anything like that. Everything lined up perfectly, which, I mean, for a prototype, not that it's unheard of or anything like that, but, you know, it's great when you can get something and put minimal effort into it and come out with really great results. And I think that speaks volumes for what Jesse and they're doing over there at Gasbox. Big Twins, Big Dan. We're I joke, Sportster King of the Midwest, and I'm allowed to do that because it's funny. People like it, people don't like it. I don't really give a fuck, but Big Twins, I mean, listen, Sportsters are great, don't get me wrong. I mean, they're my bread and butter. I'll do them all day long because they're a lot of fun. But Big Twins, they're just as fun too, and I like doing them both, and I think, you know, moving forward, I'll probably lean more towards the Big Twins, just because, you know, there's so much more that you can do, different motors and everything like that, different styles and things. So I think on the horizon, that's probably where I'm going to kind of steer things on the ship here. My first bike was a Harley-Davidson Sportster. I rode a stock bike for years. First one I got that I chopped, I did some god-awful things to it now that I think and look back at. But and I've had shovel heads and I've had Evo Big Twins in between then, and it's a natural progression. You can't necessarily be stuck in the same place. You're not gonna really go anywhere. So you gotta kind of look outside the box a bit and kind of focus on upping the game, I guess, in a sense, and looking at things differently. So, and that's what I want to do with this. You can only go so fast on Sportsters. This is true, although some of mine will beat the shit out of Evo Big Twins, but that's okay though. You know, the world's the limit as far as the frames go, especially with, you know, different variances that Jesse's gonna make with the different, you know, whether it's the tank mounts or the stretch in the neck and everything like that. It's gonna give a different look for everybody. Not just tough chopper guys, you know, cruising guys, everything like that and everything in between.
Where can we find the Sportster King of the Midwest?
You want my address? I'll give it to you if you want it. Deathcoat Choppers on Instagram. I don't know exactly what my handle is, but if you look up Deathcoat Choppers, you'll find it. I still sell t-shirts too every once in a while, so you can find those at deathcoat.com. There might be a slash in there somewhere, but I love building these bikes. I love putting them together. I love the time that it gives me out here and everything like that. Like I said, it's a nice little getaway for me. Ask my wife, I probably spend too much time out here, but that's fine too. I'll build your next bike for you. You can reach out to me. You can call me on the phone. You can text me. You can email me. You can get a hold of me at these ways right here. See what I did there? So, yeah, reach out. I'm a nice guy. Now get out of my garage. Go home. Get the f out of here. My name's Dan, I run Deathcoat Choppers, and I am the Sportster King of the Midwest.